Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It is June 4th. Lisa, Dylan, Scott here with you on a rainy start to our day. We'll get to our rainy forecast in a moment. But of course, I want to remind you we're live on Facebook every weekday morning. It stays on your feed throughout the day so you can watch it whenever it works best for you. It's also made into a podcast. You can find that at inform.com/podcast. Look for the Inform Minute or anywhere you find your podcasts. And not just Facebook, of course. We'd love it if you check us out on all of our social media platforms.
All right, kind of a loud rumbler came through this morning, at least over Fargo. We heard some thunder. We could hear the rain. Nothing severe, but it was just another rainy morning for us.
Yeah, unfortunately, more rain. We pushed on through, but it's mostly done now. At least for the morning batch. There'll likely be some redevelopment here, middle of the day, and then stronger storms in northern Minnesota later on into the afternoon and evening. Otherwise, the most of us, North Dakota, or I should say the Red River Valley and westward. It's my west, I guess, for you guys, it's probably the opposite direction. But westward, we're talking. North Dakota side of things will become a little breezy this afternoon. Minnesota just stormy, and then by the time we get into tomorrow, we're all very windy out of the west, gusting as high as 40 miles an hour.
Ooh,
So
yeah,
I don't like the wind, but we need it to dry us out.
we do,
right?
and yeah, a couple of windy days.
Okay.
Both tomorrow and Thursday will help dry things out quite a bit, which will be very nice. I don't know if it'll be, completely dry, but things are pretty wet out there right now.
Yeah,
There's
they
no
are.
denying that. And good news is we only have a couple of isolated shower chances for the rest of the 10-day forecast. So a few maybe showers around on Saturday, a few showers around early next week, but no big rains in the
Kind
forecast,
of
which is
breaking
good.
out of that cycle. I feel like we've been in a real wet cycle.
We have, yeah. We picked up a lot of rain the last 2 weeks of May and this first handful of days in June. It's just been very, very rainy. We picked up we're close to probably about 5.5, 6 inches now in Fargo.
Wow,
And of course,
okay.
there's isolated spots. Some spots picked up, much more than that.
Right.
It's thunderstorm season. It varies by location, but it's been very, very rainy. We need this dry stretch. It looks like it's coming. No heat though.
Yeah.
Just 60s and 70s. And I like the 60s and 70s. I think you coast along the summer like that. I'm fine. Other people like the heat.
Yeah, we had that debate, how many hot days you like, how hot is hot, too
Yes.
hot,
Yeah, exactly.
My whole thing is, we just don't have very many warm or hot days here. So even when it's super hot, I'm going to say, oh my gosh, it's super hot, but
Correct.
Still what you want.
still what I want,
That's
just
true.
a couple of days. Yeah.
Maybe late June. We'll see. Well, we have nothing in the forecast the next 10 days, and we'll see. We'll probably get our hot days. We'll get our 90s. Just have to.
Felt like we had a lot of hot days in June last year.
We did a lot of hot days in June last year, 90-degree days, and a lot of 90-degree days in May. I think there were 2 or 3 in May last year.
Okay.
And none of that in this forecast this year so far in the next 10 days. That takes to middle of June. That's the 14th of June.
Yeah.
So nothing yet.
Sounds good. Well, we'll keep monitoring. Thanks, Dylan. Appreciate it.
Betcha.
All right, starting today, you can cast your ballot early because early voting starts in North Dakota. In Cass County, there will be 6 places that you can vote. That includes places like the Fargo Dome, Northview Church, and the Cass County Courthouse. Polls will be open from 11 until 7 through Friday. And then for you this year, you can vote on Saturday from 11 to 5. Up in Grand Forks, voting will be happening at the Alaris Center. Those polls will be open from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. through Friday. Saturday, they'll be open from 10 to 2.
Okay, if you plan on voting at the Fargo Dome this week, today you're okay. But tomorrow, of course, Rib Fest starts.
Yeah,
Happy
it's
Harry's Rib
exciting.
Fest. We're all very excited about that. So there's going to be extra traffic in that area, just a heads up. The Fargo Dome is making some accommodations for the voters. If you let the parking attendant know you're there to vote, they won't make you pay for parking because it is $5 to park when you go to Rib Fest, $5 to get in, but well worth it.
Yeah.
The concert's all included as well. I don't know if we're talking about that a little bit later. I can say tomorrow is Blackhawk
Yeah.
for the kickoff, but of course, if you want to check out all of the shows, you can go online and see.
Yeah.
Very excited. And tomorrow morning,
I'll be out there live, trying out some ribs, hopefully, checking out the vendors, seeing what's all going on. It's going to be a fun day tomorrow on First News. So join us then because we'll be previewing the 4-day event, and it's always a lot of fun. So,
and you'll have to taste test some ribs.
yeah,
I mean, it's part of the job.
I have to. Got to see what's out there. Got to try them out. All right, right now, a proposed car dealership in West Fargo is drawing some concern from people living close to where it would go. Gateway has already drawn up some plans for the new Nissan Hyundai dealership to be built along I-94 on 23rd Avenue East. That's near the Rivers Bend neighborhood. Several people living in that area, though, voiced their concerns about increase in traffic, lighting, and lower property values because of it at this week's City Commission meeting. So for more details about those concerns, the proposal itself, head over to our website, check out this story there on inform.com.
This morning, we're going to learn the conditions of two people, including a young child, who are in the hospital with serious injuries following a crash near the Grand Forks Airport. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says an SUV was stopped at a red light when it was rear-ended by a pickup. The driver of the SUV, a 26-year-old woman from the air base, was taken to All True in Grand Forks with serious injuries. The 5-year-old in the SUV had to be flown to a Fargo hospital, also with very serious injuries. At this point, we know the driver of the pickup, 43-year-old Travis Bell of Fordville, is facing criminal vehicular injury charges.
All right, this afternoon, the Moorhead Farmers Market is opening up for the summer. The market is open from 4 to 6 every Tuesday at the Viking Ship Park, June through September.
And today, this is a fun one. You can bring your dog to this year's Bark in the Park. Dogs will be competing and receiving awards in categories like Best Dressed, Best Trick, my favorite, the owner dog look-alike. So does it start as, or do you start looking more? The longer you're together, maybe you just start looking more like, I don't know, it doesn't
Yeah, that's
matter.
funny. I don't know. It's a great question. Maybe we should go and find out.
I know, like do an investigative report on this. Free t-shirts for the first 125 people. It's happening from 5:30 to 7:30 at Rivers Bend Park in West Fargo.
All right, today on Hot Mic with Dom Izzo, Fargo's Gabe Benson made history this spring at Concordia. Now the Copper golfer is ready for a new challenge as he'll play for the Bison next year. He joins the show to talk about making the move to Division I. Plus, Shanley's Tommy Simon is fresh off a state baseball title. Next up is the Big Ten and Nebraska. He joins the show at 10 o'clock to chat about being committed to the Huskers for the last 3 years. Hot Mic is live from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and on Inform.com.
And now it's a great time to get that Inform.com subscription. 99 cents a month for your first 3 months. Just go to Inform.com/subscribe to check out that deal.
And then join us the rest of the day for our newscast on WDAY. Our next one's at 11, then 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And we'll be back with First News tomorrow morning from 5 to 7.
Have a great day, everyone.